Hello, my children. How are you? I hope you are all fine. Now, in the previous lesson, we looked at numbers. We counted objects. Remember, we counted objects. Then we were writing numbers. For example, let's just remind ourselves of what we did the other time. Count with me. Let's count the balls. I will count as I put just right here. Let's count together. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These are 5 balls. They are 5 balls. Now, how were we writing our number 5? We wrote our number 5 as that one. We even looked at words. That time. And that was the word 5. What if I have 2 balls? 1, 2. 2 balls. 1, 2. How do we write number 2? This is just a reminder, okay? Number 2 is written like this. What of the word 2? We also looked at words, isn't it? We're just reminding ourselves. We also looked at words. How did we write the word 2? This is the way we wrote the word 2. That is the word 2. We looked at so many other things. We looked at so many other numbers. We looked at number 1, number 2, number 3. Just a reminder. Let's read our words here. Which word was that? Number 1, we looked at the word 1. And we looked at 2. That was the word 2. That is the word 3. Everybody, 3. 4. That's the word 4. 5. Everybody, 5. 6. Again, 6. We also looked at 7. Everybody, 7. 8. Children, which word is that? 8. 9. Again, 9. And we also looked at the word 10. Everybody, 10. Very good. That was just a reminder. Now, we are looking at this today. Let's read together. Comparing. Everybody, comparing. That is the word comparing. Comparing sets. Again, comparing sets. We are going to be comparing sets. We are going to compare sets. We shall first have an example. Imagine I have 2 cups. And one cup has so many colored pencils, and this one has just 2. 1, 2. This one has many. We have not even counted. Looking at these 2 cups, I want us to compare these 2 cups, okay? I want us to compare these 2 cups. shall we use? Which words shall we use? We are going to use the words. We have these ones that are so many. These ones are just 1, 2. We have not even counted these ones. We have not counted these ones. Okay, let's count these ones also and see. These ones can easily be counted, isn't it? These are 1, 2. They are 2. I put them back. Now, this cup has 2. Let's find out this one. We are going to count together as I put them in the cup. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This one has 10 colored pencils, and this one has 2. I want us to compare these 2 cups. We are comparing these 2 cups. Yes, we are comparing these 2 cups. And which word are we going to use? The word we are going to use first is this one. The word everybody say more. Again, more. More. What does it mean? That is the word more. That word is used when we are referring to the set that has many. For example, these ones are 2 colored pencils in our cup, and we counted these ones and there were 10. There were 10 colored pencils, isn't it? Now, looking at these 2 cups, 10 colored pencils, 2 colored pencils, which colored pencils are more? Which cup has more colored pencils? Which cup has more colored pencils? This cup having 10 is the cup that has more colored pencils. They are many. They are many. But these ones here are, they are few. But these ones are many. You can imagine we counted 1, 2, 3. We counted so many. There are many. So, this cup has 10. And this one has 2. We shall say, this one having 10 has more colored pencils than this other one. Now, you remember we looked at sets. Today we are comparing sets. We are comparing sets. I am going to use my cups again, and I will give them names. I am going to give them names. I will name this one cup A. I have named them A and B. Now we are going to call them sets. We shall call this one set A and then this one set B. Now, looking at our 2 sets, so our 2 cups. Let's call them cups again because they are cups. We say this one has 10 of them. Can you imagine 10? Why does this one have only 2? 1, 2. But this one, if it comes to counting, we shall count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can you imagine? You even get tired of counting. There are 10. 10 of them, and this one has only 2. Cup B has only 2. Cup A has 10. Let's compare these two cups and find out. Using the word more, we shall say cup A has more colored pencils than cup B. Cup A has more colored pencils than cup B, okay? Cup A has more colored pencils than cup B. So this word more goes along with the word than. So we shall say more than. More than. We have looked at our two cups and we said cup A has more colored pencils than cup B. Now, I am going to draw sets on our board. I am going to draw sets on our board and everybody should pay attention and we see how we are going to compare sets. The first example we had were our two cups. Now we are going to have more examples from our board. Yes, we are having our example first. This one is a compass. I am sure you don't have compasses because you're still young. But I will request you to get a round object. For example, I have a cup. This one can help me draw a very nice circle. It can help me draw a very nice circle. For example, did you see what I did? It has helped me draw a very nice circle. I will ask you to get round objects. They can be bottle tops. They will help you draw sets. For me, I will use a pair of compasses to draw, okay? Very good. two sets. I am having two sets. I am going to name them. Let me use blue. I have named that one set A and that one set B and that one set B. Let's put members. We said things in a set are called members. Let's put things in our set. Let's put things in our set. Our sets have trees. There are trees in our sets. But let's find out how many how many trees does set A have? Let's count them together. Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we shall say we have said set A has 4 trees. I am going to write set A has 4 trees, okay? Set A has 4 trees. Yes, set A has 4 trees. And how many trees are in set B? Let's count them. 1. It is just 1 tree. Set B has 1 tree. Set B has 1 tree. Now looking at those trees, 4 trees here and 1 tree there. Which set has more? Which set has more trees than the other? Which set has more trees than the other? Yes, looking at our two sets, set A has more trees than set B. Everybody repeat after me. Set A has more trees than set B. Set A has more trees than set B. Why do we say more? Because this one has 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you imagine? And this one has just one tree like this. Why? Set B has just 1 tree and 4 trees. Which ones are more? Is it 1 tree that is more than 4 or 4 trees are more than 1? We say we are using the word more. And the word more, remember we looked at it and said it is used to refer to that set that has many. Those that are many more than the other ones, than those that are so many compared to the other set. So looking at these two sets, set A has 4 trees and set B has just 1 tree. So we shall say set A has more trees than set B. Let me write it here. Set A has more. I'm even going to underline it. It has more trees. We are writing set A has more trees than which set? Than set B. Set A has more trees than set B. I have written that. Let's read together. Let's read together. I am moving this so that you can all see. Let's read together. Set A has 4 trees. We counted the trees. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is why we wrote set A has 4 trees. Okay? And how many trees does set B have? Set B has 1 tree. Then we concluded and said set A has more trees than set B. It has more. It has more trees than set B. Now what if we are looking at 2 sets again? Let me draw my 2 sets again. Before I draw my 2 sets, what if we are now looking at 2 sets? For example, Y I have given them names Y and Z. If we are looking at 2 sets Y and Z, and this one has okay, let me give all these ones to this other set. Now we have 2 cups again. We are looking at 2 cups again. This time I have given them names Y and Z. Y and Z. This one has just 1 and 2. They are just 2 colored pencils. Cup Y has 2 colored pencils. And this one has so many. Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This one has 10 and this one has 2. Cup Y has 2 colored pencils. Cup Z has 10 of them. Cup Z has 10 of them. Now, which one has more? We have looked at the word more and we said that one that has so many. is the one having more. So according to our two sets, set Z has more colored pencils than set Y. But now we want to see, if we are talking of Y, which word shall we use? Set Y has just two of them. 1, 2, they are so few. They are so few. And this one has 10. This one has many. I don't know why. This one has so many. And this one has just 2 of them. So looking at our set Y, which word shall we use? The word to use is less. And that word comes from the word little. It means little. It has few of them, just 1, 2. It has less colored pencils than cap Z. Okay? It has less. Again, it has less. So the word we are going to use is here. That is the word less. And when we are looking at our two cups, we say cup Y has less pencils than cup Z. It has less colored pencils than set Z. Cup Y has less colored pencils than set than cup Z. So it is also escorted by the word than. When we are using that word than, less, we have to use the word than. And let's have our last example. Remember, I told you to get round objects like bottle tops, or it can be a lid of your Vaseline you use at home. For me, I gave you another example of a cup, but it drew a very tiny circle that you cannot be able to see. So I am using my pair of compasses to draw. My other set is there. So I have drawn two sets. Let me give them names now. I am going to name them. This time we use Y and Z. We use Y and Z. Now let me use I have used T and S. So we have set T and set S. We have set T and set S. Let's count the balls in each of the sets. Yes, we are looking at set T first. Let's count 1, 2. Set T has 2 balls. I will write that. Set T has 2 balls. What of set S? Let's count them together. Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's count again. Children, let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set S has 5 balls. Let me first write it. Set S has 5 balls. Now, which set has less? Which set has less? We said the word less is used for that set that has very few of them, very few members. So, we are looking at 2 balls here and 5 balls there. Which set has few of them? The less, those that are less. Few, very little. Set, yes. Looking at these 2, we have set T has less balls. Very good. So we shall say set T has less balls than set S. Again, everybody. Set T has less balls than set S. We write that. What have I written? I have written set T has less balls than set S. Set T has less balls. Let me underline my word less. That is our word less. Just to remind ourselves, we said a set that has very few objects is the one that has less objects. It is the one that has less objects. Okay? Now, I have just a chart here for us to look at. It is a chart for us to look at. Let's have a look at it. Leaving that aside, I am just going to put it up here so that we can have a look at it. Very good. Let's look at our chart. I made a chart for you because I want us to have so many examples. And here we are. What does it say? It is also about comparing sets. It is also about comparing sets. Let's look at our sets. Which sets do we have? We have two sets, A and B. We have two sets, A and B. And those two sets are having hearts. You know hearts, the one we put on? Yes. Now, let's look at the members or the hearts in each of the sets. How many hearts does set A have? Let's read. Let's count. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. It is even written here that set A has 3 hearts. Set A has 3 hearts. What of set B? Set B has 1, just 1 heart. Set B has 1 heart. Now, which set has more hearts and which set has less? We have looked at 2 words, more and less. Let's see. According to our sets, set A has more hearts. Set A has many. So we shall say set A has more hearts than set B. Very good. We shall say set A has more hearts than set B. It is even written here. Can we read together? Children, let's read together. We shall say set A has more hearts than set B. Again, set A has more hearts than set B. I think it is correct. It is true that set A has many. So we shall say set A has more hearts than set B. And which set has less? Remember we said we use the word less for that set that has very few members. The set that has very few objects. So, looking at our 2 sets, we have set A and B, and looking at them, set B has just 1, and set A has 3. So in this case, set B has less hearts, okay? Set B has less hearts. So what is written here on our chart? Let's look at it and see. It says set B has less hearts than set A. This time, set B has less hearts. It has less than set A. I hope everybody has understood those 2 words. How to compare sets using the word more than and less. Using more and less. Thank you very much. We are now going to have our activity. Okay? We are now going to have our activity. So, The activity is coming next. Get your books ready, get your pencil, please get the round object and we write the activity, okay? Yes, my dear children, this is our activity for the work we have looked at. And what does it say? It says, use more or less. You are using more or less. You are using more or less. They are just 4 numbers. They are just 4 numbers. Number 1, number 2, 3, and the last one is number 4. They're just 4 numbers. Can you read through? Number 1 has set A and set B. Set A has 1, 2, 3, 4 cups. Set A has 4 cups. And set B has 1, 2. Set B has 2 cups. Now, we are given a sentence here. And you're supposed to use either more or the word less. You remember we looked at them and we said more is used for that set that has many, those that are many. And we said that set having many is having more objects than the other. So here the sentence says, set A has dash cups than set B. Are you going to say set A has more cups than set B, or set A has less cups than set B? Use that word or that other word. Those 2 words are more and less. Just use one of them. Set A has dash cups than set B. Set A has more cups than set B, or set A has less cups than set B. You either use more or less. Remember to count the members in each set. We go to number 2. Number 2 has 2 sets, set Y and set Z. Set Y has 1, 2, 3. They are pencils, 3 pencils. And set Z has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set Z has 5 of them. Now the sentence says, set Y has dash pencils than set Z. Does it have more or less? We go to number 3. We look at number 3. Number 3 has 2 sets. It has set V and set W. And look at the balls. Let's count the balls in set V. It has 1. And the balls in set W, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what does the sentence say? Our question says, set W has dash balls than set V. Does it have more balls or it has less balls? You either write the word more or less. Then number 4 has set S and set T. I will leave you to read it alone, count the pots alone, and then fill in what is there. I am giving you some time to count correctly and then fill in. Remember to get a round object. Remember to get a round object. Okay? You are very nice children. And I am sure you're all going to get that work correct. Thank you very much.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail.